So I was talking about food kits, that we're seeing those as part of trends. So Mary, you wrote in food product kits, not full meal kits, but specific recipes, desserts, snacks. They all have pre-measured ingredients in the kit. So what are the legalities? What do you need to know about that? So yes, I think that's great. I'm actually working on a project now where for a client where we're doing a baking kit like that. So you can absolutely definitely go in to a commercial kitchen under a license, a commercial license, either a wholesale license or a retail food establishment license, and do those kind of individually, packaged, portioned kits. You can use the vacuum sealer, that's fine. So what you need to know about that is it's really going to depend. What's going to trip you up is, or create complications, I should say, is that's the kinds of ingredients that you use. So there's kind of a hierarchy of not potentially hazardous food. So those would be anything flour, sugar, baking soda, right? Shelf stable, dry ingredients. There's also acidified food, which actually has like its whole own category. So, I mean, like a raw vinegar would be fine, but I don't know why you would be doing like kimchi or pickles or something like that. Like, I'm assuming you're probably not. But those are its own category. And then potentially hazardous foods. So anything like milk or sour cream or cream cheese, refrigerated salsa, vegetables could get a little iffy in there. You would actually, trying to think, you might, let's just stick with vegetables would be okay. Let me think about that a little bit more. But, and then there is meat. So if I were you and I was just starting this, I would probably keep things sort of dry, not potentially hazardous as much as possible. Your licenses start to compound and you'll have additional requirements the minute you start to like veer out of potentially not hazardous. So sticking with shelf stable products that don't need any refrigeration. So I would never, honestly, the last thing I would do would be to add meat to these products. You need to be under USDA you need to have certification or be in a facility that has a USDA inspector. So hopefully that helps at least kind of get your wheels turning. I think it's a great idea. I think I would just, anything like an egg or cheese or meat, even vegetables. I'm just worried about like the shipping and the turnover for things like vegetables. You would have some issues with, like, you would have to go in and make them, that day or the day before, and then get them shipped out with cold packs and things like that. So every time if you add refrigeration, if you add potentially hazardous food, if you add meat, it's just going to add more complications. So I would keep it simple. Just do pre-packaged, pre-portioned ingredients that are not potentially hazardous. And yes, you'll be okay.